Hello everyone and welcome back to the 134th episode of PandTha Talks.
Oh, you're not picking
Whatever.
up, really?
There we go. It's an interesting episode this week, as always. This one more so than usual because it's our third annual review of what we've gone over in the last year. Typically, we just limit this to video games. This year, that was impossible. Quite literally, just impossible for us to do. Pretty much due to, one, there was a lot less releases that we played this year, there was a lot less interest, and the industry as a whole was kind of falling apart at the seams. I don't think there's a disagreement on any part for that,
Nope.
but it was a fucked year, all things been told. So this year,
I mean, hey, there's still 3 days, man. Give them a minute. They'll fuck it up even more.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Bethesda will suddenly, like, crumble and fall to the ground. That wouldn't shock me, actually, at this point. But yeah, so we are basically this year just going to go over things we've discussed, give ourselves a recap on things that we believe are most likely to reoccur and come back up in 2026. We'll also discuss a couple of game releases that were good, some that were absolutely diabolical, and the reasons we believe behind those. To you too, sir.
I was laughing at the fact that you just went, some releases that were absolutely diabolical.
Oh, those.
See, I can tell my internet is not doing great right now because your response to my reactions are coming in so late. So you're not actually hearing what I'm responding to properly.
Yeah, sounds about right. But
it's going to be an interesting day.
Yeah. Before we do continue, I do have to bring up, as Will mentioned to me last week, before we ended, just as we ended, we are going to start bringing up at the beginning of the episodes now. We do a live version of this episode every Sunday between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. GMT, I believe it is, or Lisbon time.
We are GMT +1 or BST, British Summer Time.
Yeah. Well, we're actually GMT 0 during basic and BST, which is GMT +1 for...
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying, man.
Yeah. The summertime bullshit. Yeah, I don't like it. It's baffling. It confuses too much.
It's so stupid, man.
It is. But we function the best we can. So, yeah. British time. We'll go with that. So that's the times that we stream. Feel free to go over. We're on both Twitch and Kick. Feel free to drop by. We're more than happy to take any questions and discuss things further. Sometimes there's probably things that we don't clarify enough, and if you ever need that clarification, we're more than happy to give it. We just enjoy general discussion, so feel free to do so. Anyways, with all that said and done, shall we get started on this week's bizarreness?
I really don't want to.
Who said you had a choice?
What is good about this year? Let's sum it up in 5 minutes.
What was good about this year? I can point to a few games that were good. Oh yeah, this is my selection of games that apparently released in 2025. I know for a fact this isn't true because Scum didn't release in 2025, neither did The Break-In. I don't think Dinkum did. I'm pretty sure
Spider-Man 2 probably didn't.
No, Spider-Man 2 didn't, but it released on PC in 2025.
Still doesn't count.
No, my thoughts exactly. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, amazing game. They did phenomenally on it. I don't know about you, Will, but I feel like 2025 and 2024, the last 2 years of gaming, have been these sort of quick throw together co-op games.
Yeah. There's been a ton of them.
Yeah, I just feel like that's all it's sort of been. The industry has just sort of fallen to this. Don't get me wrong, yeah, most of these are indie, but...
They started fun, but the issue now is it's everyone just making their own version of what's already there.
Yeah, what's already popular.
It's slightly different art style, maybe a few different mechanics, but there's honestly not really much else. And because they're only small games, there's nothing in-depth to make them stand out either. So they're fun at the start, but then you sort of look at the market and you just realize it's just copies of one game.
Yeah.
Like, we started it with the simulator games with the supermarkets and all that. How many different variations of those did you see?
They're still ongoing. They're still ongoing. We got Split Fiction, which came out as, to be honest, a bloody amazing game. I do need to finish it off, but the person I was playing with has gone bloody AWOL again. So,
Lovely.
That's unlikely. Secret Agent Wizard Boy in the International Crime Syndicate.
Hell of a title.
I'll be honest, it's bizarre as hell, stupid, and meant to be. But from what I played and what I went through, I quite enjoyed it. It was just dumb fun, and sometimes that was all that was needed this year. Schedule 1. I don't think there's anything we can say other than this game blew up a lot more than we ever anticipated it doing.
Yeah, it was certainly one of the better ones out of the indie games, but it was only one guy working on it, and he was sort of refusing to accept anyone to his team.
Yeah,
He was like, "No, I'm staying on this solo," which just means it's very hard to stay at this game playing it. Because you can sort of, if you really went at it, you could crank everything out in a couple of hours,
yeah,
and then you're waiting weeks for him to update something.
exactly. And now I've pretty much, I don't know, I'd imagine you're probably about the same, where what we've kind of done is we've left it, and when it's got more to do, we'll probably return many years down the line. I'll be honest,
I'm not
I'm
even
waiting
sure, to be
for.
honest, because once you sort of realize like how many different items you need to mix together, and it's you're basically keeping a whole fucking Excel spreadsheet to try and
Yeah,
figure out what to make for who, and
I'll.
it becomes more work than fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting for 1.0. That's the day that I'll reopen it.
Yeah,
At
like
the
at the start it's
moment,
fun. You just grab some stuff and
yeah,
throw it at whoever's nearest, but it gets a bit annoying.
yeah, exactly. So, since we last played, he's added a pawn shop and just some random cosmetics, a jukebox and a storage unit, slot filters and employee updates. Then we got a cartel update, so there's actual enemies to deal with other than the cops. Then they updated it to add a sewer system, and finally, as of recently, they've added magic mushrooms, to be able to grow, release, and sell. So they've added a bit more in regards to that. That's way too bright. Fuck right off. What else was there that was actually decent? Dinkum, but I don't think Dinkum released this year. I never remember playing this. 23
Well, 23
minutes.
minutes playtime says a lot.
In 2020.
Good one.
Yeah, sure, that did not release this year. Fuck off.
I
Skull
love
U
how
didn't
one of these
release
shoots
either.
was shoot 100 bullets.
Yeah, I at least got that achieved. I did the bare minimum. Back to the Dawn. I've played a little of that. I definitely don't believe. Yeah, once again, early access release. I guess we're going straight into something bad. Skate. Jesus Christ, did they butcher it? What the fuck were they doing? It's got some positive sides to it, sure. It's free.
From what I saw, it certainly is it the same as the other skate games, yeah?
Kinda. It's
Because from what I
more.
saw, it kept the elements of like the ragdolling,
Yeah, it removed all the bone breaking though,
but I
which is sad.
do remember you was honestly it just made it even better when you slammed your skull into some railing.
Yeah, it was great, but yeah, they removed the bloody bone breaking shit, and that upset me.
It's just seems like they sort of made another game that's just in a new world, so it's new, but
Yep,
removed 80% of the features.
it does feel that way. Yeah, they added their own stuff. They made a bit. They added some interesting things, but you can
Oh,
see the reaction. You can see the
yeah.
reaction clearly. EA did not do it well, and I think as well the fact that it's like an MMO sort of thing, you can see everyone constantly, um, in comparison to just being able to play solo or with friends. I think that's another reason people hit back against it, and I get that, honestly, I really do. Dying Light the Beast, an absolute return to form for the Dying Light games after Dying Light 2, where they messed up quite badly. Dying Light the
I'm
Beast
sure
came
they've
out and
got the
fucking killed
multiplayer
it.
in it, yeah?
They've got the co-op, yeah.
Perfect. I can't wait to get it on the sale then.
Oh, mate, it's so much fun. So much fun. I truly enjoyed it. I mean, you can see the reviews on this one in comparison. You got some Dying Light 2 fanboys who are definitely involved, but a lot of
They're always.
people loved it, and I can't fault them. I really have enjoyed what I've been playing. Everything's been really fun, and once again, people are happy that Crane's returned. Suddenly, Kyle
I mean,
Crane walks in heroically and transforms into beast mode. The story kind of stupid, but at least it's sincere. Gameplay and soundtrack are really good. There you go.
that's what kicked off the first game though, was Kyle Crane.
Yeah.
And then you got the second game is just not only was there just like so much detail that was in the first game just not there.
Yeah.
But for me at least, there was just with the gameplay, as everyone knows, the gameplay of like trying to just parkour around was awful.
Yep.
But just even the story, I just couldn't even grasp an interest in the story.
But, well, you're telling me you could not enjoy the mechanics of running around as a severe asthma patient?
You jump once, it's like you're on the ground wheezing.
Honestly, that is the only way I can describe Dying Light 2. You play as an asthma patient. Anyone
You're
that says
literally,
otherwise.
obviously you described it to me as you're injecting yourself with super serum basically. And yet you can barely run, whereas you got Kyle Crane just does a light jog and he's across the map in half a minute.
Yeah, like you punch an enemy in Dying Light 2, and you'll be on the floor having an asthma attack and fucking struggling to live. Yet this guy was genetically modified. He's injecting himself with serum that's supposed to boost everything, his entire potential. Yet he collapses. Kyle Crane, on the other hand, I'll just beat this fucker to death with my bare hands.
I'll just
Why?
scale a
Because
skyscraper.
yeah, no issue whatsoever. This guy, I'm just gonna jump up this little.
Walks up some stairs, heart rate he immediately hits max.
He sounds like me after I've had like 20 cigs in a day.
Oh my god!
Bloody hell! Honest to God.
It's good to hear that Dying Light is back to something good.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I did find quite interesting about the game, it was a lot more rural. Like there were a lot more wild areas, and then there was little cities in between that you could investigate and go through. But there was a lot more in between, driving around, stuff like that. It added a bit more to the game, and I quite enjoyed that.
I mean, it does get a bit much when you're just permanently running through zombies.
Yeah.
Because I believe in the first Dying Light, anything that was forested or trees was more kept at the edge of the map, and there wasn't a whole lot of it.
Exactly.
So it is nice to like sort of break the cycle a bit.
Yeah, it was the DLC Dying Light the following that allowed it to go like for the more rural approach again. So that actually did quite well, but I never got around to completing it. Next game though, Mega Bonk. We heard a lot about this game. We looked at it briefly, and I recently decided to get it. I put in 2 hours straight away. It's a great game. It's just so much fun. It's pointless, but it's fun. And
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a bit of pointless fun.
Yeah, I would argue that bar this one individual,
and that's probably just personal preference of styles of games.
Yeah, but bar that one individual, I'd argue most people agree. I mean, 94% positive out of 48,193 reviews. It's insane. Clover Pit, one of my favourite games as of recent. All you do is gamble.
Oh, God.
Oh no, it was my addiction. If you remember, you're the one that got me to remove it.
As good as these ones are, it's again just following that trend. There were so many that that turned into just like gambling. What was the other one? Balatro was the other big one, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I think did that actually win some awards in some small event or something? Indeed. I can't remember.
It did indeed. Deservedly.
I know. I like the idea of them, and I'm glad they're out there because it's sort of getting recognition for smaller games. Maybe it inspires people to do things, but it's kind of crap to see so many clones of near enough the same thing.
Yeah. So, Nerd Simulator, I have to bring this up. Originally, it was reviewed by loads of YouTubers, the demo, and people loved it. Myself included, I thought it was quite funny. Which is the reason it ended up on my wish list. If you look at the reviews, 57% out of 38 reviews are positive. Now, I'm going to show you something. And you can tell me and work out with me right now whether or not I'm basically telling you the truth and why I think this is bullshit. These reviews here look reasonably true. How about this last one?
Oh my god.
125.6 hours recorded. All the information he's put in there, half of it just seems a bit off. So I was curious. I actually left a comment. You can see what happened there. So the reason I've got to bring this up is because this guy has 300.6 hours in the last 2 weeks. As of 3 days ago, he had 340 hours in the last 2 weeks. Do you know how many hours are in 2 weeks?
Rory, I love accounts like this because this is the kind of shit I see all the time when I play Rust. And you see someone with 400 hours in the last 2 weeks, and you're like, damn, what a gamer. Guys just defying time itself.
Yeah, because 336 hours in 2 weeks. I called him out on this, but on top of that, if we go into his games, have you noticed how he goes from basically no achievements, and all of a sudden he will get all the achievements? He won't have played. He'll have quite literally just
17 hours in the last 2 weeks for every game as well.
Yeah, but look at this.
I mean, that game was a load of bullshit. I'm pretty sure there was something you could do at the start just to get everything straight away. But I don't know. I don't remember. Did you not? Did we talk about the whole banana thing? About how it was just turned into a crazy fucking market scheme.
Yeah, we did a while back.
Yeah, almost everything is 17 hours.
Yeah. He's somehow managing to launch everything within the same time period. Now,
Maybe it's just a bot probably or some shit.
Yeah.
It's standard.
Guaranteed. So I called him out in that comment. Nothing happened. You can see he's definitely going for this sort of shit. But yeah, he seems like a paid review. Now, I'm not saying that he is a paid review because they might not have paid him, but it seems that way from.
I mean, the account itself doesn't matter if a developer has interacted with them or not. The account itself needs removed.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's just going to end up reaching the wrong people, and they're going to think it's legit, and then get scammed.
Yeah. So I did. Yeah, I reported it to Valve. I'm waiting to see if anything comes from that. So I'm keeping track of him. Vane is the next game, and I absolutely adore this game. I really do. It's zombie survival with friends done right.
The best way people have described this is just it's first person Project Zomboid.
Yes, and I completely agree with that. And it is so much fun.
I believe I mentioned to you that I wasn't crazy about it, but I do really like the premise because Sam and I wanted to play Project Zomboid, but I just can't really get behind the style that it is.
Yeah.
So this would be perfect, especially considering it's like a slightly more in-depth 7 days with better graphics too and all that.
Oh,
just not nearly as much base building elements and stuff like that, obviously. But I do love the idea of it, but it needs a hell of a lot more time.
Yes.
To get to a stage where I'm gonna want to play it.
Did I tell you how many people are working on this? Did I tell you how many people are working on this?
No.
2. Yeah, this entire thing's made by 2 blokes.
It's the same again with 7 days. I don't know why you would play this game as PvP because that's just not what it's for.
No,
I don't know why they really put that in, but I guess it just sort of gives those junkies their hit if they really want it. I do want to give it a really good go over it, but I want it to have so much more done because there's some things I'm seeing. So I was watching someone play it who I normally watch for 7 days, and one thing I've noticed that I'm not very happy about is there's a certain difficulty of lock that you need to have your lock picking at a certain level to be able to lock pick it.
Oh yeah.
But the amount of things that you have to lockpick to get to that level, like you're going to be there for days, not hours, days, trying to get to that level. So there's a few things like that I just will need rebalanced, and then a lot of stuff that they'll want to add.
It's not as difficult as you think.
I'm not saying it's difficult. It's literally just the time to do something like that when you're trying to do so many other things as well.
Like if you take the thief perk off the bat, it gives you 25 levels straight away. By the time I reached the prison where the hardest locks were, I ended up being able to pick lock all of the hardest locks without issue. I reached the prison like 3 days in.
I think there's just a lot of gameplay rebalancing that needs done.
Oh yeah, there's definitely work that needs to be done on it, but some of it is pretty much just learning what to take at the beginning. Because my first game, I must admit, I fucked myself.
That's kind of what puts me off a little bit as well. Is if you don't specialize into something off the get go, then pretty much that route later is just not an option. because you'd be there for so long grinding out the levels. And it's like that for so many paths. I know that sort of means like you pick your path and you stick to it, but it kind of puts you off because it means there's so much of the game that you can't do anything about. So if you don't go into lockpicking, for example, then you're never going to get into those harder locks because you have to grind out so many levels.
Yeah,
and by the time you do, you'll have found all the loot that you would get from them in another way.
Lockpicking's one that, in my opinion, everyone should always take. Regarding crafting and stuff, this is something I do want to fix. There's a bug currently in the game. I came across it by chance. And basically, if you were to, let's say, when you craft an item, you craft metal brackets, that'll give you mechanics and crafting, both together. So you'll level up both those levels from doing that. Now, if I crafted, let's say I had 100 ore, I craft 50 metal brackets. I then dismantle them 50 metal brackets. I'll get about 150 to 200 ore back. Yeah, doesn't quite make sense. I found that with a few items that I was crafting. So I managed to power level the fuck out of everything. So that was interesting. I didn't realise until I was stood there with more items than I originally started with and looked in my inventory and was like, why can I craft more now than I could before? What's going on here? It was an interesting moment. So the next game I've got is Where Winds Meet, which was and still is, a free-to-play game on Steam currently. I've tried it out recently. It's based in Japan, I do believe, during the samurai era. And honestly, it's quite fun. For a free-to-play game, it's really impressive. And the fact that it's an MMORPG that I can play without seeing every cunt under the sun, I can just limit to my friends and myself, is even better. I appreciate that. Basic elements that I can deal with. And that should be in every game that's like that. You want to make an MMORPG? Sure.
Doing that in Skate sounds wild.
Doing what, sorry?
Having everyone visible in Skate, the way they did that just seems a bit whack.
It was so dumb. IT Specialist Simulator, as I said to you, I just feel like I'm working.
Yeah, I don't know why you bothered with that.
I didn't. As I said, someone bought it me. My Mogul, I must admit, those 6.4 hours were all in one night. I got a bit hooked on this game, a bit too fast. I really enjoy automation. The problem is, I am not a neat person. You already know this, actually, Will.
Spaghetti!
Spaghetti is an understatement for what I created. Actually, you know what?
We have the time. We love spaghetti, dude. We love spaghetti.
We have the time. Well, let me show you the mess I created, because I had nothing better to do with my time. Oh yeah, they didn't have a.
Love spaghetti.
They didn't have a cat.
Oh my god!
Really? So I am a moron who doesn't know how to use spaces within sentences or even paragraph. Is what I got. Yes. So this is my little factory.
Love spaghetti.
It gets worse the more I go over this way, especially considering.
This is just standard for these games, dude.
Oh yeah, but then we get over to this little. Oh, you dick. We go over to here, and basically there's. Excuse me. Can you tell I made the worst decision? It was, yes. There was a load of dynamite on this wall, on the wall that we're here. So I needed to set this mine up, but it needed to send copper over to this to go through here. But then I also needed iron, and the iron was important, so that had to go into the furnace that was over here, and that had to then send it all the way around, through the roller, through the sheet maker, all the way back onto here, and then send it off around there. Because fuck me, am I right? Do you know how it took me about 45 minutes to get that shit working? Like, honestly, half of my time was trying to get shit like this to function. I was so angry. I really was so angry. I created such a mess. And even now, I'm still not sure why I made this. But I did. And you know what? It works. It looks awful, but it works. Somehow. I don't even know why I made it.
I mean, the games like this is all it ever turns into. You start off, even at the beginning, you start off kind of neat. But then you realize you need some of this from over there, but that's in the way, and you're like, oh fuck it, it'll be fine. But then you also need some of this on the other side, and it needs to come back to this side again. So that's not going to go over those two things. And you
Yeah,
need some of
exactly.
that that's going to go over all three of these things to get to here, and it just turns into this.
Yeah, spot on. Honestly, what I was tempted to do is utilize the cannons, but I'm not sure how to use them yet. So at some point, I
I'm sure
will
that'll
get.
be a glorious day.
Yeah, I will get the cannons working, and I'll start just launching shit from one side of the factory to the other. And yeah,
I can't wait
it's a
for that to
fun
go
little
through.
game. Honestly, I'm really enjoying it. It's just I make a mess whenever I do this sort of thing. Okay, the last game
You and me both.
I have to discuss on my side, anyways, is a game called Restory. I've only played the demo because that's all that's out at the moment, but I can't quite state enough how much I loved this game. So there was little stories from the characters that would hand over the items to you for what they're trying to get things fixed for, but you'll be fixing general electronics. I think it's just part of because of what I do for a living in that as well, but I absolutely loved it. Just rebuilding PlayStations, PSPs, bloody lights,
I
Nokias.
actually found my PSP when moving. Um, the battery somehow popped slash exploded. The battery was in terms of thickness was probably about 3 times as thick as it should have been.
Will,
Yes.
what were you doing with your battery?
It was just in a drawer, so I'm imagining the drawer must have just got whacked at some point somehow, like when we were shifting things around the place, and that must have just got
Or just too
caught in
hot?
it. No, because I haven't touched that PSP in a very long time.
Yeah, it must have had some
So
damage though.
I think it just got whacked at some point
By the way,
when everything was getting shifted around.
one thing I realised when I was playing this game and a few other things recently, Atari is no longer like locked down as a copyright, so people can just utilise their name in anything now, which I think is great. On the other hand, you've got Nokia that you've got to make sure that you rename.
Yeah.
You got the fucking PlayStation, which I think is renamed to something like, yeah, the Noni Play Machine.
I love seeing the names people have to
Yeah,
make for stuff like that. You get some funny
Godzilla
stuff.
Firefox. It's like, yeah, I get it, but come on, guys. Come on.
That's brilliant, though. It's so good.
Honestly, this little game, I really am looking forward to its release. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I am 100% up for more content on that one. It's such a simple game, but the characters are really nice, the people, great, and just the mechanics are fantastic. So, Will, on the other hand, bad games of the year, or unless you've got a good
Oh,
game that you want to mention.
I mean, as I told you when we were talking outside of all of this,
Yeah.
I haven't really played anything from this year.
No,
I can now say that I have 4 games from 2025 that I've played.
woo!
All 4 of them
Oh,
are indie games. 2 of them, to be honest, I didn't really play because I played for like an hour or two, if that. And the other 2 I literally picked up a couple days ago because of the sale currently on.
you gotta love the Steam sales.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that old meme where someone's wallet just like attached to the PC and it just start buying all the sales whenever a Steam sale would come out? That's beginning to like be a lot more true, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, is there a way for me to pull up like just general? Oh, right, yeah, I can do this, and then is there a way? Oh, wait, yeah, release date. There we go. My curiosity was if
Most of
I.
this is free games.
Yeah, I'm aware. What I'm checking more though is if we go for down this, we should come across. Think there's some weird shit in here. Thankfully, there's no nudity on the front pages now.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing.
They made some good decisions in the last year.
Well, it was partially a good decision because it also fucked up a lot of stuff.
By the way, we're still on the 24th of December.
What?
We've got to the 23rd of December now.
Yeah.
So since when does
So,
so many games release?
I mean, as I said, a lot of these are free. So, when people finally get their hands on the Steam machine, have fun browsing to your heart's content.
Oh yeah. So that's my mouse, because I've got the G502 Hero. I can just unclick it and just let it scroll. And this is it moving at its fastest. Obviously, my internet does kind of slow it down a bit, but I've only just made it to the 10th of December. Okay, we're not doing it this way. That way it'd take too long. Games released in 2025. Let's have a look down this list and we can give a better understanding from there. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. So we have a bit
There's a
more to
lot.
mention from that, don't we, from last week?
Yeah, there's a few things going on with that.
Yeah, I don't... So this is the thing.
It's still all up in the air. I'm pretty sure, unless
Yeah.
I've not seen more on it.
That we can't really 100% one way or the other. What I can say for a fact is everyone knew that they'd used some AI for placeholder content. This was shown when we covered this back in, it was early in the year, when they had little like newspapers on a lamppost that were all AI, and then they got replaced. But they replaced it with a patch not long after. So
I think the issue was after the full release, they missed one or two of them, and that's why there was a patch for it. But I'm
yeah,
pretty sure it was not like a day in, literally
it
the
was,
next
yeah.
day after release, they realized.
Exactly. At the end of the day, if they're willing to go through that and quickly fix it, understandable. Fair play to them. Whether they lied or not, that's fair enough. I get that if they did. Hades 2, that apparently did phenomenally. I know the first one was absolutely beloved. Hollow Knight Silk Song, we heard tons of good things about that.
I mean that went absolutely mental.
Oh, didn't it just? Once again, small team. Did well. Major franchises, Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I heard good things, but it's only on PlayStation at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, this is a shame.
Yeah, it is. I do want to see more of Norman Reedus and the Amazing Fetus. Actually, it's no longer the Amazing Fetus, is it? Because it's now a toddler. I forgot about
I couldn't tell you, mate, because I've not looked at the game at all.
that.
It's not my kind of game, so.
That's fair. Doom the Dark Ages. I heard this was actually one of the worst Doom games in recent years.
Are you surprised with how the years went?
True, it didn't do dreadful, but it wasn't the best either, from what I remember. Doom the Dark Ages, here we are. So it's still very positive, 85% positive, but it just wasn't as appreciated as the others were.
Didn't live up to its name just as well as it should have.
Pretty much, yeah. Assassin's Creed Shadows. God, do we need to say anything? This year, I think that game has taken its spot as, like, #1 hated. Not even for the fact
Plays
that it's...
giant meat man and barrel through enemies like an elephant.
Yeah, the
Assassin.
thing is about that game as well. Every year we've had a game that we like truly despise. We've had Concord, we've had Skull and Bones, and we've had Forspoken. One of those, whichever one it is. I think did Concord release this year? I can't remember.
Oh,
I think it did.
I mean, did it technically even release at this point?
It did release. It just got removed just as fast. Yes. No. Maybe.
I don't know. While we're here, though,
Yeah.
is he there? No, it says 0 in game. Has he been playing?
Yeah. 23rd of December.
He got off for Christmas break. That's
Yeah.
good.
Good on him. Good on him. So when was it?
It seems like late 2024.
Yeah. Must have been.
Mid to late.
And then it was like
Plus one player.
yeah. So yeah, it was 2024 then, I guess. It was me thinking it's a different time. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is pretty much the most hated one this year, I'd say. Along with the new Call of Duty that did abysmally, but
Good.
neither of them are hated to the degree of Concord, Skull and Bones, or Forspoken. It doesn't really shock me too much, but at the same time, they'll always have their fans to back them up on that. I get that, but these games fucked up. They were the worst of the year. Oh, actually, no, we did have a worst game of the year. I forgot. We had one that was abysmal.
Oh no.
Mind's Eye.
Ooh.
47% out of 1,230, except it's 81% positive in the last 30 days. God, I remember this game.
What game do you...
Jesus.
See a cutscene, drive here. See a cutscene, drive here. See a cutscene.
Yeah, true. Like the entire beginning, if that was your internet cutting out, and then all I got was drive here, see a cutscene, drive here, see a cutscene. It's
Yeah,
like
no, that's
that's
the
not
gist of
even
what I
wrong.
said.
Yeah, that's summed up.
That's pretty spot on, yeah.
To be fair, I like this guy's comment. The story is not very good. Feels like a cheap Netflix series about Elon. The game is not optimized. Still. On my
I
setup,
mean,
sometimes
again,
drops
people
20.
don't say what they have. What can you take from
Yeah.
that?
Let's have a nosy on this person's account quickly. Yeah, they've not listed it anywhere.
Oh, there's.
And to be fair, all the games that they're playing are like really easy to run. Extremely so.
I mean, that game was rough as it was.
Oh yeah, I mean it ran like shit on my system.
Yeah.
Watch Moist Critical's playthrough of this game or Yahtzee's review of this dumpster fire. That'll give you everything you need to know. That's fair. The quality of the cutscene and actual in-game graphics will give you whiplash. This is basically Sonic 06 in 2025. Cleverly insulting, I like that one. So, yeah, Mind's Eye was a fucking disgrace. Monster Hunter Wilds apparently did a really good job. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater apparently did amazing. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, I remember looking at that when that first dropped from nowhere, and everyone was obsessed with it.
They
Still
literally
doing
dropped
well.
it the day they announced it.
Yeah, they did.
Hey guys, that's great and all, but where's Elder Scrolls 6?
Yeah, that's the question. Here we are. So it's at 80% positive at 44,991 reviews.
I still think though it's insane the price they're charging.
Yup. So what's going on? I had to stop playing this as it's crashing at a certain quest. Unfortunately, the game is now essentially abandonware. It's a real shame as it's otherwise pretty outstanding remaster, just plagued by performance issues.
My dude, do you understand who Bethesda is?
Yeah.
They release it and then don't give a shit. They'll wait for all the modders to go and fix it. Then they'll be like, right, the game's at a playable state. Let's do a 2 kilobyte update that completely breaks all the mods.
Yeah, I'm curious. If we go into games quickly, where does it
5.9
appear?
billion. Holy shit, Skyrim's about to hit 10 billion downloads.
Oh yeah, yeah. That shit just increases.
Fallout 4, fucking a fifth of the way there.
Yep. It'll never
Cyberpunk at
reach
a
it.
billion. No, not a chance.
To be fair, I'm surprised that's not above Cyberpunk because New Vegas is one that people adore to mod. Must admit, I'm in that collection. Right.
Damn, Blade and Sword are getting up there.
Yeah, it's doing
kinda
well for
crazy.
itself. I wonder if our little friends finally sorted his shit out.
Adamantium.
Yeah. Adamantium, when was your last update, mate? 28th of October. So yeah, we've looked at it since. The amazing mods, though, that are done for these sort of games. I love it.
Yeah.
I really do. But no, to be honest, modding's done really well this year. Just throughout. I mean, modding in general is always an amazing feat. The mod that links Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 together as a single game, I think that's fucking
It's
amazing.
just a shame that so many things aren't taken into consideration when developers are making the games.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bethesda, especially being the worst for this, is just leaving modders to fix the games. Like we shouldn't realistically need to go to mods. We go to mods to add shit because at the end of the day, even in the massive companies, they can only have so many ideas or put in so much work. Whereas or they're just not willing to put the work in for ideas that they think aren't worth it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great thing to go to mods for. But when you have to go to mods just to actually start fixing the game to make it playable, Skyrim being a perfect example just how much it crashes. Even the full base vanilla game can just crash so often for no reason.
Yeah, we've all been through it.
Oh yeah.
But no, there's some amazing stuff out there. To be honest, lately I've been using the Wabberjack launcher quite a bit. I don't know if you've ever come across the Wabberjack launcher.
I have not.
So Wabberjack's a bit different to the basic way, mainly because Wabberjack primarily is utilized for mod lists. So they do like a lot of mod packs like Nexus trying to get into. But they do it quite well. Literally single click leave it be. But to be honest, I'm quite a fan of mod packs in general. Especially when Gopher makes them. Whenever this man makes a mod pack, you typically listen. It's pretty good. 898 pages, by the way, of mod packs now.
Jeez.
Can't fault that. So yeah, games that have released, there's been some good bits, but nothing that really blows us away. And that's how it's been
No, it's
across the
been
year.
a bit disappointing. I've spent most of my time this year either playing Rust or achievement grinding. There's not been
Pretty much.
anything from this year that's been like, wow, I gotta play that.
No, I can't think of any time that there's been anything like that. Clair Obscure Expedition 33, I will play at some point. It's not usually my sort of thing, but due to what people have said about it, how much people are enjoying it, I'm interested to see what there is. But overall, I mean, 20 best video games of 2025. Wonderstop, never heard of it. Expelled, never heard of it. Hades 2, I've heard of. Grun, not heard of. Lonely Mountains Snow Riders, not heard of. Donkey Kong Bonanza, heard of it, but it's Nintendo. Monster Hunter Wilds, heard of. Split Fiction, heard of. Violtas, never heard of it. Despelate, never heard of it. 2 Point Museum, I think everyone's heard of 2 Point at this point. Ghost of Yotei, heard of it, but once again, exclusive, and this time to Sony. Death Stranding 2, Sony and PS5 exclusive. Clair Expedition, Obscure Expedition 33, heard of, and it's clearly doing well. Consume Me, not heard of. Mario Kart World, heard of, but exclusive. Silent Manor of Blake Manor, heard of, but no. Silent Hill 3, heard of, but not my sort of thing. Hollow Knight Silksong, heard of and apparently did really well. And Blueprints, never heard of it, honestly.
You've not heard of it? It's an
No.
interesting premise.
Oh wait, is this the one that you were telling me about where there's different rooms that you gotta go through?
Yeah. It's like a what do you call it? It's like a rogue. It's sort of like a roguelike.
Yeah.
You can go in one day and like you have to make the rooms as you go, and I think the whole point is you need to try and fill up all the slots of where rooms can go, but also not run out of steps. I don't know. I want to try it at some point, but I don't
Yeah.
really want to spend too much on something that I might not like at all. And
No, I get
base
that.
price is €30, so it's like,
Yeah. It feels weird now that you say euros. I'm not used to it.
hmm,
Not used to it. Everything used to be quid, you know?
unlucky.
2025's biggest gaming news, Divinity AI debate, banned games and GTA 6 delay, and game price hikes. I think we can pretty much just sum this up very quickly. GTA 6 was delayed. See you in 2026.
GTA 6 will be delayed 17 more times. Price hikes will never stop, and they're just emptying our wallets more and more. AI has caused a RAM shortage. And what was the other bit? There's one more there. Go back up. Oh, ban games. Yeah, credit card companies decide, oh, that makes us look bad, so we're banning a whole lot of games. Oh, thanks, guys.
I'll be honest, that is the quickest recap I think you've ever given. Oh yeah, and
Sums it
Fortnite
up.
are just doing what Fortnite do.
I can care about Fortnite.
People are buying fewer games.
Well, that's what happens when games are 3, 4 times the price they used to be.
Yeah, once again, as we discussed earlier in the year, and I feel like we've stuck with pretty well throughout, and it's a good, I think it's a pretty solid opinion to stand on, is the fact that once upon a time we used to have AA games that were released every other month by different studios across all around the world. And these AA games weren't to the standard of AAA, sure. They didn't have as big a budget or anything else, but they were for trying new things, setting up new IPs possibly, but trying
They
new
also
mechanics,
actually
new
put the
features.
effort in, made a game fun, and they didn't have the knowledge of, oh, sorry, we just released an early access, get a fuckload of money, and promise that we're going to finish the game and just release updates that actually do nothing to the game. It was, no, you got to release the game in a full state, and that's it. There's no update.
Yeah,
That's not a thing.
honestly, at this point, I will not be surprised if the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in early access or GTA 6.
I like where Steam could possibly be heading when we saw that update where after they updated their T's and C's, any games that are going to be released can't delay more than 3 months. I like where they're going with that. I hope they continue
Yeah,
down that route because it's going to sort of force developers to start releasing games in a finished state. Now, at the minute, it is just a case of that's why everything's early access,
yeah,
and
exactly.
it's really annoying to be honest.
It's insane.
It's a start at least.
Oh yeah, we also have this. Price hikes for consoles
Oh
caused
yeah.
by tariffs, component costs, game costs are just shooting up. I wouldn't even call that a bloody tariff issue. That's just people being more greedy
Everything is
customers.
just going up. It's like,
Game
but
Pass.
yeah, we still see so many games getting released at a decent price, having millions of sales. It's like, right, if these people can do it, both indie companies, indie games being released are doing insanely well at a very cheap price, and then bigger titles being released at like a reasonable price,
Hmm.
and they're doing fantastically. So why do the others? Why do the likes of GTA feel the need to rumor that the game's going to be $100 base game?
Yeah. Battlefield outsells Call of Duty. Sort of, apparently.
What do you mean, sort of?
Yeah, it's a good question. Considering
Their
most
fucking
of
daily player base is higher than Call of Duty's total sales.
Yeah, and on top of that, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, let's be honest, most of those aren't purchasers. Most of those are Game Pass players.
Yup.
Layoffs continue. This is something I'm expecting more of in 2026. I genuinely
I mean,
believe,
they've not
and
really stopped.
yeah, I'll be honest, I'm expecting some in January.
Yeah, it's been the common, hasn't it? Right after the New Year.
Yeah,
Hi guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You're fired.
yeah, pretty much. Strikes, there's been a lot more of those going on. EA went private. That's. I think we're going to hear a lot more about that over the next year or two, and I'm pretty certain it's going to all be due to this Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund and EA
Yeah,
struggling to repay it.
EA is what do you even say about that? The fact that they just came in out of nowhere, bought EA, and apparently that's just that.
Yeah. Um. So the Xbox, I've really got to put some thoughts together on this one. So, one of the things we're looking forward to most about 2026, and I think you'll agree with me on this, Will, the Steam machine, the Steam frame, Steam controller, seeing what
Tech in
Valve's
general.
doing next. I
Yeah,
think we're just massively hyped for that. Now,
I mean,
if you
huge amount
remember,
of stuff that they've talked about.
oh yeah, I'm expecting that there's going to be an announcement January for the prices and stuff, and then we'll probably start seeing pre-orders in Feb, maybe. That's
Yeah.
that's a possibility. That's my belief. But then you got to think, Xbox created a handheld and is supposedly creating their next console based around the fact that they're adding Steam to it. Now, if Steam has their own console all of a sudden, that's going to be an interesting little situation to go on. I think we'll probably hear more about these union firings as well next year from Rockstar and what happened there at Take-Two. And I am intrigued to hear a bit more about what's going on there. The Switch did really well. I think the Steam machine is just, yeah, I'll be honest, $700 for a Steam machine I think is pretty reasonable. Because let's be
I
honest,
mean, we talked about console prices already
yeah,
and what they could end up looking at.
next gen consoles are probably going to cost more. On top of next gen consoles costing more, we've also got to take into account that there's going to be a situation coming where, you've got to take into account the costs of online pay just to be able to play
Yeah,
with
like
friends.
when next gen comes out, within the first year, just for the console and online alone, you've probably paid $1,000.
Exactly. So last other bits of good news. Big news, not good news. I forget it's 2025. We've still got no good news. Gotta wait till next year to hopefully get some. Niantic sold its Pokemon Go, Monster Hunter Now, and Pikmin Bloom businesses to Scopely. Super Nintendo World theme park attraction opened in Orlando. Warner
Probably
Brothers,
the worst.
yeah, Warner Brothers cancelled its Wonder Woman game and closed developer Monolith. That's sad. Ubisoft announced a restructuring plan that included a huge investment from Tencent. We probably remember this because they've created a new company led by the CEO's own son.
I'm sorry, I need to go for 1 second.
That's fine. I'm pretty much now just at a state, though, where I've got to just keep asking, what's going on in the industry? Are things going to be better next year? I mean, if even the blooming articles that come out have dropped 13% to apparently dropping by 100,000 articles in quarter 1 of this year alone. That's insane. New video game costs me a whole day's wages. Yeah, it is. £70 is about what most people would spend, would have coming in from a day of work, and they're
Yeah, once you
expected to
take out
be,
taxes and all that.
yeah. Well, once you expect, like, that's how much you're earning a day, and they expect you to spend a full day's worth of work on a game. And some people just thought, oh, well, you're clearly skint, you clearly don't have enough money, so why do you do it? Well, it's a hobby, and it never used to cost this much. But there's a ton of people now that price gate gaming. I've never quite understood it. Like, oh, you don't want to get a
Honestly,
brand new PS5, you just must be skint. You don't want to get the top of the range PC, you must just be broke.
that's
Excuse me.
just spoon-fed people. They don't understand that the majority of the population of everywhere now is down this bad because everything has price hiked so much
Yep.
that anyone trying to do a hobby is questioning whether or not they can continue doing it.
And as we discuss every year, for this person, Katie Sands, for Katie, games are more than just a hobby. She uses them to drown out the noises of city life. As we discuss every year, gaming is
It's
more,
more than just a hobby.
yeah, it's something that helps. It's something that gives you that bit of
Gives you something to
socializing
look
and everything
forward to
else.
coming home to.
Yeah, I mean, other than talking to a moron like Will, that's like one of my only other hobbies that I have, to talk to people and have a laugh with. If I don't talk to this moron, then, something's up. You're gonna push me down some stairs, did you just say?
No, I'll force you to run up some stairs, even worse.
Oh, yeah, that's even worse. To be fair, my smoking's dropped drastically. I might be able to run up a few more next time.
Oh, it's gonna take you a while to get over that, mate. You gotta wait for all to get all that tar out of your lungs.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not gonna be fun.
Oh, no, it explains all the coughing, though.
Oh
But,
yeah.
yeah, games are basically just... People love films, and I understand why. It's a nice form of media to watch. The difference between films and games, considering it's one of the main comparisons people make, it's interactive. It's a way to feel like you are accomplishing something, achieving something. And as one of the oldest comics I used to see online said, when the world's telling you you're not good enough, you're all this, you're all that, and those old games when you used to complete a level used to turn around to you and go, you're the best. It used to really push that you are worth a damn to you. And what else can you ask for sometimes? But with the daft amount of prices, there's no wonder that people are running to indie games to get anything they can from them. It's been a
I mean,
hell of a
they
God,
can't
sorry.
keep going with the way that they are with the prices because it's gonna get to a point that people are just not gonna buy them.
Yeah, or at least you'd hope. But they do wonder every year, and as they asked in this one, why are gaming prices, sales down so much? Why aren't they selling as much? Why aren't people buying as many games? Because we can
Yeah.
pick up indie games and they'll last us more time than your AAA game will.
They also run a lot better. Actually, no, scrap that. They run.
Yeah, that's the better term, yeah. But
Right, how many titles did we see released this year where people have been putting their specs in and they've got like the best of the best, which realistically there's not actually many people that have that, but you do have them out there, and they're going in and leaving reviews saying that they've got this, that, and the other, which is pretty much top specs, and the game is running at 30 FPS.
that's actually a
It's
game
just
we didn't
it's
mention.
not acceptable.
Still at
Still not
63%
very great.
positive.
I mean, go back up a second to the prices. The Super Deluxe Edition. Wow, we're really going crazy with names. By default, £120,
Yep.
and then they're wondering why sales are down. Well, guys, let me tell you a little something. These are a
Border
fucking
Cry 4.
rip-off.
Gameplay is badly optimized for any hardware that's not brand new. 30 to 40 FPS on an RTX 3080 with DLSS is a joke.
And a 3080 is not a bad card.
No, it is not. I was enjoying the game, but then without warning, they dropped support for Steam Deck, and now I can't even play it. That's
Huh?
impressive. Wait. Oh, he was playing on Steam Deck. They completely dropped the support for Steam Decks.
Oh, that kind. Oh,
Yeah.
that kind dropped. Oh,
I don't have a
well, that's
working
nice.
desktop at the moment, so what am I supposed to do? Spend all that money again? No way. This will be a do not recommend from me until they fix that.
Try them.
That's mental.
Yeah, but there's
Let me
still a
see.
lot relating to just performance. A lot of them are saying that optimization sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. Just installed the game. Keeps crashing while compiling shaders. We are in 2025 and the game costs over $70. Please do your only job right. Sadly, can't get a refund since this was a Christmas gift.
Nice.
It's sad. It really is sad. But that's why you look around a bit further, honestly. You know, there's two games I'm actually interested in at the moment. I really want to try out Outer Worlds 2, because I enjoyed the first one. It seems like the sequel's done quite well. And I really, really want to try Dune Awakening. It looks fun. It looks like a sort of game that I could actually get stuck into for a fair bit. Because it's got like the Rust sort of elements, but with more quests and stuff. I think I'd enjoy it. Plus, you know, being able to build my own ship from scratch and just nuke people from orbit sounds fantastic. I will do that any day. So we'll end this off the best way I can think of here, Will. What are you looking forward to hopefully seeing from 2026?
Is there something to look forward to?
Well, I mean, we've got to hope for something, haven't we, in the new year? Some positivity. What if you could choose something that would happen without a doubt in 2026? What would it be?
Launch codes get leaked.
What about gaming? You dick. I can tell you what it'd be for me straight away.
I'm waiting for the Steam Tech. That's it.
Yeah, that's.
There's nothing else right now. There's literally nothing for me.
I'm personally wanting to see more beta decay footage, or get on hands on with it.
Yeah.
I am very, very up for that. I'd like to see the guy who does the mod for the Blade and Sorcery co-op bloody get his finger out and get some moving.
I know we looked over a couple of weeks back, but it looked like from just what he's uploaded to like this page itself to update the page, it looks like you can just join through Steam now.
Oh, nice.
Which would be nice because it means with the constant disconnections you get when loading worlds, it should hopefully be nice and easy to rejoin.
That's the hope, definitely. Oh, by the way, last little thing I'll mention. Did you notice that Climby got an update?
Well, let me tell you, I have it in my list of many things that need updated. It's 2 megabytes.
Yeah, I read the update though.
Oh my god, is that 5 minutes for Freddy's?
So it's not a major update, but there's one bit in here that was interesting.
What's that?
I am now detecting if game is running on Steam Frame natively. He basically brought up the Steam Frame itself because he doesn't want the game to not run well on Steam Frame dedication. So, you know, a bit like how if you were to run the game just on a meta quest without it being plugged into a PC. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So apparently set things up so that it's not going to be as intensive on the Steam Frame as it would without it. As it would running on a PC. He still says, I recommend it primarily, but it can maintain 90 FPS when ran at 40 to 50% resolution for people in Steam Frame solo, which is good. I just thought that was a bit interesting, though, the fact that he's actually already setting things up. To say this guy ran an update last on October 19th, 2024. He does not update often, so it's always nice when he does.
It's a fun little game.
It is.
Doesn't need much more added.
No, it's an amazing little game. I really do wish, though, there was like a more realistic-looking version where we could just climb buildings, and, like run through a city and just do dumb shit.
Unfortunately, VR is still in heavy development.
Oh, I know. I'm kind of hoping the Steam Frame will revitalize that a bit, like what Valve did with Half-Life Alyx, and that's why they brought the HTC Vive. Actually, that's a point. They said the reason that they weren't working on anything at the moment, game-wise anyways, why they'd not dropped any information, is because there was nothing that could do what they wanted currently. And that's why they made Half-Life Alyx when they made the HTC Vive with Vive.
So
Now
you're thinking we're going to get a nice big drop from Valve?
I think we might get a new game soon. I don't think it'll be this year. I don't think it'll be next year.
Well, it's not fucking soon then, is it?
But I'm thinking like within the next, I'd say the next 3 years, we'll get something. I'm excited for that.
It's not soon if you ask me. I'll be 30 by then.
Yeah, well, you're an old man. Get over it.
You're not far behind.
Yeah, I'm not far behind, but I'm not in front, so fuck you. Anyways, I know this one's been a bit unusual for us, but we do enjoy recapping over things at the end of the year to give ourselves a bit of an understanding of what hopefully is to come next year. I'm really hoping I don't end up doing what I have the last 3 years and finding a game that I despise within like the first half of the year. Primarily,
I mean,
don't
some
do
occasions being the first couple of weeks.
don't do a Forspoken and Skull and Bones to me, where I find it in bloody January,
Skull and Bones, I
February.
think we found out the year before.
We did, and then I played the bloody demo of it before it released. I think it was January 2nd I played it, and then it released, I think it was Jan 20th. So yeah, I'd rather not have that happen again, preferably.
But Rory, we gotta keep up traditions.
Oh yeah, don't we just? Oh, I've just realised we'll be recording on my birthday this year as well.
So we're not recording then.
Oh no, we will be recording.
I don't know. I think Rory's gonna be completely fucked.
I'm not going to be completely fucked.
Famous last words.
I'll just have like a bottle of beer next to me the entire episode and just
Beer.
do it as we go. I like a nice beer every now and
Beer
again.
tastes like shit.
There's only one that I drink, to be fair. There is only one I drink. And that's because it's the nicest of the lot. But I also get acid from cider, so.
Just because it's the nicest of the lot doesn't mean it's good. Best one.
I'm well aware. But anyways, with all that said and done, unless there's anything you would like to bring up, Will.
You're gonna cry.
You're gonna cry.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Well, it's been a terrible year for games.
Yeah, it's been horrific. But all we can do is hope that things improve in the new year. I can't say it's going to, for a fact. I can't say anything positive, really, but we can hope.
I'm not optimistic.
No, I can see why. But at least you know there's something positive coming, Will, and that's the Steam hardware. You just keep focused on that. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, from us at PandTha Talks, we hope you've had a great Christmas and a happy new year to come. We hope it's better than what the industry has been doing at the very minimum.
Yeah, just keep kicking me while I'm down.
Yeah, it's fine. I thought you'd enjoy the kicks. But anyways, thank you all very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And join the Discord in the description if you want to keep up to date with all our uploads, comments, and weird shit that we do in our off time. But thank you all.
It doesn't sound sketchy at all.
Yeah, I know, but it's true. But thank you all, and we will see you all next time.
Here's hoping for better things in the New Year's, guys. See you next week.